President-elect Donald Trump is being sentenced in his hush money conviction just 10 days before he is set to return to the White House. The unprecedented ruling follows a 5-4 decision by the Supreme Court to deny Trump's last-minute appeal last night.
You know, I gotta blame Obama for this. Well, Obama and the American people. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. All throughout presidential American history and elections, the American people have been swinging back and forth, sort of like a pendulum, just going back and forth from one extreme to the other. We would try a political party. And that's why a lot of people get upset, because, you know, this is a two-party system and only two parties have like complete power. So there's really no choice. And so the American people will give a political party a chance. And this is how I blame, for the most part right now, this is why I blame the American people, because a political party will be doing okay or doing pretty good. And the American people will say, you know what, well, we're tired of that party, not that particular guy, but that party. And of course, Franklin Delano Roosevelt being the exception, because he was elected 4 times. And when he died in office, the parties got together and said, well, we ain't gonna let this shit happen again. We gonna pass an amendment to say that you can only be elected twice. We gonna cut this shit off right now. Going back to American Revolutionary time, one man shouldn't have that much power for that long. And this can be a good and bad thing, because it forces the political party, if they want power again, to change and evolve. Now, here's where I blame Obama. Because of that pendulum swinging, every time we get a bad, or what most Americans would consider a bad president, we shift. And George H.W. Bush was a fairly bad president. That's how we got Clinton. Clinton kind of messed up Al Gore by, you know, with the Monica Lewinsky thing and some other stuff, but Al Gore would have won. And of course, you got Florida to worry about too, but it wouldn't have been that bad had Clinton not kind of messed up a little bit. So that's how we got George W. Bush. He was so bad that the American people, in a shock to everybody, chose a black man named Barack Hussein Obama. Think about that. Think about American history and think about the country electing a black person with that name. Hell, Jesse Jackson ran for president. Jesse Jackson, Shirley Chisholm, Barack Hussein Obama. Think about that. So when Obama did that shift, and he was a fairly decent president, he's rated in the top 10 of greatest presidents. You can go look it up. But because the American people hated the fact, some American people hated the fact that Obama, with that name and being as fairly decent as he was in the presidency, was so good, the country had to shift. And when it shifted, boy, did it shift to a now convicted felon. And I guarantee you the reasons why they voted for him is because he's white, he's not Obama, and he sounds tough. Because they did elect Biden. Biden didn't have 2 of the 3 qualities. So they're going to put up with Trump for 4 years. He can't run again. So who's going to replace him? I guarantee you it's going to be another 30 years or more before we get another African-American president. It's going to be 15 to 20 years before we get a female president. I don't think in our lifetime we're going to see a woman, an Asian, or a Hispanic in the White House because of that pendulum swing. And just like Bill Clinton said, if we do, that other will not be a Democrat. It will come from the Republican Party. What do you think?